15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to Pilot Season, Cartoon Edition, the podcast where we go back to the very beginning and review the very first episodes of the cartoon shows that helped shape generations. Each episode, our panel dives into the pilot of a classic animated series, breaking down first impressions, unforgettable characters, iconic moments, and whether that very first episode still holds up today. In Season 1, we'll be covering legendary cartoons like He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, The Simpsons, Robotech, Robot Chicken, Thundercats, Voltron, and more. From action-packed adventures to groundbreaking comedy, we're taking it all the way back to where these animated classics began. So get ready for nostalgia, opinions, deep dives, and a whole lot of cartoon talk. And now, here are your hosts, Kinte, Renee, and Jen.
Hello, and welcome to an all-new episode of Pilot Season, the Cartoon Edition. I am one of your hosts, Kinte, all the way live from Los Angeles, California, and I'm here joined by my wonderful, talented, and mysterious co-host. So, let's start off with the lady who's always in paradise. It's the one and only Jen.
I actually super love that. I'm gonna put that on my LinkedIn. Maybe I'll get better job offers. That sounds amazing. I'm really excited about this episode, guys. I have not seen this episode, or I should say I haven't seen this cartoon either. This is one of those new reveals that I have just opened my eyes to a brand new world. So I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. And I think I'm even more excited because I know you guys have all seen it.
Is this the part where I sing "A Whole New World"?
No.
Oh, okay.
Don't.
All right. Also joining us, the one, the only, the talented, the beautiful. She can do it all, y'all. She can land a plane. She can defuse a bomb.
Don't tell everything.
Renee.
Hey everyone! Thank you for that intro. Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one as well. I love this one. I hadn't heard of it before. Watching it, so this was good. So thank you.
All right, and you kind of got a little mini afro.
Afro. Anything with afro. You know?
Wore my afro wig.
I'll be the Afro Samurai. I'll be number one soon.
Mini Afro Samurai.
There you go. And also joining us is this guy, super talented. He's great with his pen. He's from Paradise as well, but he had to get out of Paradise to come to mini Paradise, Los Angeles, California. It's the one and only Alan Carter of Carter Comics. How you doing? How's it going?
I'm doing good. Looking forward to this one as well.
All right. Did people ever ask you, why'd you leave Hawaii, bro?
All the time. The first, year I moved here, which was about 20 years ago at this point, and it was I just told them, hey, more job opportunities. There's not a lot to do there unless you're gonna, get into service industry or nursing or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're a web designer.
There you go.
Are you on the run? Is that what it is? Are you on the run? He's like, I can't say. Wait. Oh yeah, I gotta ask before we get to John. A Hawaii question for Jen and Alan. Do you guys like spam?
Not in my email.
Wait,
I gotta tell you a funny story. So every single time there's a hurricane or even just a minor storm coming, let me tell you, the run on Costco is real. And you would think that people would be buying bottled water and no, they buy cases of spam.
Wow.
No kidding. Yeah,
wow.
It's a thing.
Is spam a thing for you, Alan? Or are you removed enough not to eat it no more?
No, was not a thing for me. Even though most people back home would do spam musubi, so basically just spam, rice wrapped up. That was the thing. For me, it was like I would do Kahlua pork though. I like that.
Oh yeah. But spam musubi, that's huge.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask both of you guys that, being from from Hawaii, spam is like a big deal there. Actually, I'm willing to donate all of our spam in California. You guys can have it. So we'll ship it all out to you, put it on the boat. You'll float all the way there. You know what I'm saying?
Probably without the boat.
I grew up thinking that spam was poor people food, and then I moved here, and I was like, "Oh, wait, no, it's not.
It's everywhere.
There's something else going on." You know, it's really weird. The spam museum, and there is a spam museum.
What?
Wow.
Is in Texas.
Yeah, why?
Why is there not a spam museum in Hawaii? This is where it should be. Man, they really screwed up.
Oh wow.
What's worse, spam emails or spam on your plate?
Definitely spam
Emails. Email.
I'd rather have spam
Emails.
Or spam calls. Oh God. Ugh.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, that was the worst ever.
Spam on anything, and it's not very good.
No, that's just a bad word. That's an expletive.
That's a bad word.
I think y'all are not cooking your spam the right way. I mean, if you cook your
I've
spam
never had it.
with a brown sugar and shoyu sort of glaze on it, it's delicious. And that might just be that I've lived here for way too long, and it's actually time to move to the mainland. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I was talking trash about it one time. I was like, man, I ain't eating that. Like, and friend of mine was like, nah, man, you ain't had it right. They have it with spam and eggs. And then they hooked it up, and it actually came paired perfectly with eggs. So I was like, all right, I still ain't eating this, but this ain't that bad.
Right. I'm gonna ask Renee this question. Do you think adding eggs to spam would make it better for you?
No.
No.
For you? No.
Tell them why that would not.
Kinte hates eggs.
Oh, okay.
Like he'll eat.
Oh yeah, he hates eggs.
Make a cake, he'll eat it, but if it's eggs on your plate, no.
Yeah, he ain't eating it. Nope.
After someone is eating eggs, it's like
I wouldn't eat
gross
spam
to
either.
me.
So.
Truly, though, if you want to represent Hawaii, you got to go poke, right? I mean, like, that's what you really, not mainland poke. You got to do real poke here.
Yeah, there's a divide with that.
I know.
We could do a whole thing on this.
Alan said, I don't know about that.
We've actually haven't done John's intro. It's the dreadlock samurai.
They used to have an Afro Samurai.
Dreadlock Samurai. It's the sequel.
The sequel. It's the Predator edition.
What's going on, everybody? Yeah, glad to be here because this is one of my favorite shows of all time. Definitely one of my favorite animes of all time. Nice. Even though this is kind of considered a more of American style anime, but it still is. Especially the guy who did some popular animes. The director and the lead artist. But yeah, this is an incredible show. I mean, and this is one of the most gruesome, violent, grimy, visceral animes ever.
Yeah, like
for real. Like this is, you don't see too much made like this. There's only a handful I can think of that are on this level of visceral action. And I mean, people, and then especially with the dialogue and everything like that, and also some of the best American voiceover in anime. Period is from this show because of the way it was made. Yeah.
Can you picture someone thinking, "Oh, it's a cartoon. I'm gonna let little Johnny, watch this," and leaving the room? And then he comes back.
Do not show this to your kids, especially one of the later episodes. Hell no. It is not for children.
That parent coming back and little Johnny. I don't know why I said Johnny, not because of you, John. But
got it right. Well, I think little Timmy. There you go.
What are you trying to tell us about John?
Little Timmy. Little Timmy. There we go.
Little Timmy. That's funny. Her brother's name Tim.
My brother.
Oh yeah.
And then he's all like saying, "MF and RPG," You're like, why are you talking like that? It's like, what you showed me, Dad.
Right.
All right. So what I did was I have a little intro. It's not actually from the show, but it's something that will kind of as a kicking off point. So I'll play the clip. It's like a minute long, and it kind of gives a rundown of the episode. So here we go.
In number 2, the pilot episode of Afro Samurai. Young Afro witnesses the brutal murder of his father, who held the sacred #1 headband, at the hands of a ruthless gunslinger named Justice. That moment of violence and loss shapes Afro's life and sets him on a path driven by pain, anger, and revenge. Years later, Afro has become a deadly and highly skilled warrior who now wears the #2 headband. In this world, the one who holds the #2 headband is the only person allowed to challenge the warrior wearing #1. But at the same time, everyone else is free to come after #2. As Afro travels through this harsh and violent world, he must fight off enemies and bounty hunters while moving closer to his ultimate goal of facing justice. The episode sets the tone for the entire series with its mix of stylish action, emotional weight, and a powerful revenge story, introducing viewers to a brutal code of power, honor, and survival.
Nice.
All right. All right. Can I start off by saying something? So in the opening, Afro Samurai's father is killed off by Justice, and I'm sitting there like, did Justice not see The Godfather 2? Like, you're not supposed to let the son survive because he's going to grow up and you.
Back to look for you, yeah.
Like he should have taken his little butt out too, right? And then he tells him basically like, hey, come look for me
when you get older, yeah.
Yeah, challenge me. If you're ready to fight a god.
Right.
It's actually a plot point in Kill Bill because I think it is.
Right. And Justice is played by the great Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
From Sons of Anarchy as well as Beauty and the Beast, and he's
Hellboy. Yep.
Yeah, so a great voice actor, and he seems like a real cool dude. So we'll start off with you, John. How'd you first hear about this show? You kind of told us in the brief, but kind of tell the audience, how'd you first hear about it, and what do you think about this world of Afro Samurai?
Well, yeah. So first, it was on Spike TV. I think that's no more. If I'm,
That's gone.
yeah. So it aired on Spike TV. That's at least what I know. And it was one time my dad came in, and he was, me and my little brother. He was like, "Hey, there's this show called Afro Samurai," and in my head, I was like, "That sounds goofy." Afro Samurai? What? I ain't watching. I don't want to watch it. It looks cool. So I'm like, I don't want to watch it. And then we sat down to watch it, and man, it was amazing. Well, we was like, "Oh man, okay." So of course, it was because on Spike TV it was censored. So years later, we watched. It came out on DVD, and we were able to watch the uncensored version, and then seeing all the curse words and the the expletives and the uncensored dialogue is just way better. But yeah, this is one. Well, go ahead.
I say you really liked it when you heard the real conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Because really, even I can't stand censorship, especially in music and anything. Like sometimes, like we were talking about earlier, sometimes it's funny, but a lot of times I'd rather hear the original first because it's annoying, especially when stuff is bleeped out. Because honestly, realistically, it ruins the art because you're not getting it in its entirety. It's something's cut off or cut or changed or modified. That's not the way you're supposed to see it or view it or experience that piece of art. It just is what it is. People can say what they want. You're not seeing it in its original intended form. But so this is actually one of my favorite animes, one of my favorite shows of all time. So yeah, I really love the show. I've watched it multiple times. There's actually a movie too that's after this, which is really interesting. But this show is great, and it's something you could binge quick because I think it's only like 8 episodes. So it's one of my favorite ways any story is told. I think some of the best stuff is miniseries, and some of my favorite animes are normally 1 season or 2 seasons. And this one just tells everything like it needs to, and it's a full, complete story. And so you ain't got to be worried watching 2,000 episodes or something goofy like that. You can watch it, and it's beginning, middle, and end.
So you're not a big One Piece fan?
No, he's a two-piece.
Right. You know what? I got into it because the live action Netflix version was so well done after the fiasco of the live action Cowboy Bebop Netflix version that we don't talk about. So this one was just so well done that I actually got interested in the show. But yeah, I saw 2,000 episodes, and I'm like, I like watching stuff from beginning to end. I'm like, I'm not doing this. It's like,
do you think if this show came out in the 80s, this would be called Jerry Curl Samurai?
Oh my God.
Jerry.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel dumb. I feel dumb, but why is that funny?
That is funny.
Because in the 80s, a lot
Look
of black,
up Jerry Curl in the 80s.
a lot of black folks wore Jerry.
Oh, you don't know what Jerry Curl is?
That was the style, Jen. It's drip. Follow the drip. Follow the drip.
Yeah, Google that real quick. We got to put a
Google
picture.
Jerry Curl. Yeah.
This is Halle Girl in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. What do I know?
She's like, what's a Jerry
Wow. Oh, you know what's
That is
funny? I just realized that's a black thing now.
As long as you don't do Chasing Amy and say, "What's a Nubian?"
I'm not that bad.
That's a funny line in that movie. So let's go with you, and I'll find some Jerry Curl for you. But we'll go with you, Jen. What was your thoughts on number 2?
Okay,
episode
so
1, number 2.
I actually really like this character. I love the sweet revenge story. That's so epic. But you know what I really like? I really like that this is such a fusion story of like feudal Japan plus modern day plus some futuristic kind of ideas and just sort of that good old fashioned let's just go kick some butt. I love that. Like, I was really impressed. I also really the character that is number 2 made me think just sort of overall that like that's exactly where Quentin Tarantino got the idea for Kill Bill from. That's 100% right there.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I definitely agree with that. And wait, let me hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, this is terrible podcasting what I'm doing right now. But anyway, yeah, so I definitely agree with that. I can see that Quentin Tarantino was definitely inspired by it, or it was the vice versa or whatever.
Yeah,
There you go.
There you go. There's Jerry Curl.
Okay.
There you go. That's why I was trying to. I thought I had it. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, he would have played him in the 80s.
With the juice dripping.
Keep spraying.
That'd have been
Follow
part
the
of his superpower. Is the drip.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, just I think correction. Afro Samurai came out after Kill Bill.
Yeah, you're right. Because I think
Kill Bill was like
Afro Samurai
2001.
came out 2007. So
Yeah, 7. Yeah.
Oh,
7 or
really?
8. Yeah.
Mostly I had zero time
And,
for it. Okay.
Yeah, one thing is, RZA does a lot of the music in here, and he's actually he's almost a protege of Quentin Tarantino. So
Sorry, Quentin. My bad.
yeah, yeah.
The RZA,
But it's okay though. I get it.
super talented. All right, what about you, Renee? What was your thoughts on?
I love it. I love his cloudy afro, anything with afro. But but as soon as Ninja, as soon as he started talking, I was like, oh, that's Samuel Jackson's voice. So I was already hooked.
And by the way, Bill John, who is Afro Samurai played by?
Samuel, I think it's both. He plays both of them.
Oh, he played both of them?
Yeah,
Yep.
I know, right?
Oh, well,
Yeah,
I'm
that's what
extra
that is.
double. I'm extra.
Yeah, there you go. You
I
ain't
didn't
used
even
to
know
hearing
that.
Samuel that
Wow.
calm.
That's because I guess 'cause he doesn't say anything. He doesn't say much, as you know.
It was almost
So
like they
that's interesting.
said, "All right, we're gonna have you play a totally different guy, but we gotta
But you
have
gonna play
a Samuel
yourself.
Jackson too, though. We gotta have the real
Yeah,
Samuel
you're
Jackson."
gonna play yourself.
Yeah, you
So
know.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch more episodes
That
of
is
it.
so cool to be able to play the lead and your sidekick.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
Yeah. And then we're not used to hearing, Samuel that calm. Right.
Mhm.
So that's what's interesting. And then if you don't look up the IMDb, you ain't gonna know, wait, that's that Samuel doing both? Then
Yeah,
some
I
random
had to look
dude.
it
Like,
up. I didn't. I
that's
was like, who's
interesting.
this
I didn't
mhm.
actor?
know that.
And
That's
I, oh,
cool.
that's Samuel Jackson. I knew Ninja
Yeah.
was him, but yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, which is a hilarious name as well.
Yeah,
You know what's funny? I didn't even know that was his name because he never names him. You
I
got
had
to
to
look
look it
up.
up. Yeah, I had to look
Yeah,
it up.
yeah. That's interesting because I've checked the IMDb out, but yeah, that's the thing. His name's never mentioned ever. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah. So what about you, Alan? What do you think of the whole setup and the characters? Because they get right into it, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, this was another show where I had heard of it, but I never got around to it. This is the first time watching it, and yeah, I was totally hooked just between Afro Samurai and Ninja because you got both, the drama, the action, and you got the comedy together. So it was like so entertaining to watch, and just checking like on Wikipedia because I was curious about the rest of the voice cast. I'm like, man, there's a bunch of people in there. Now, I don't think all of them are in the pilot, but maybe just throughout the series.
Right, as
like,
it goes on.
I know, like,
Yeah, Mark
I feel like
Hamill's in
Hamill
it.
was in here. Kelly Hu was in here. The dude,
Lucy Liu, I
like,
believe.
I
is
think
in
there's a dude, TC Carson, who was on Living Single doing a voice.
it. Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
He's
You know, that's
Kratos.
Kratos.
Phil
Yeah, he's
Lamar.
Kratos.
Mm.
Phil Lamar, yeah.
That
You know,
makes-
that's Kratos, TC
P.C.
Carson.
Carson. Yeah, the original Kratos.
Original, right.
Mm.
And one thing I'm gonna try to do is I'm trying to book some of the voice talent on some of these shows. So even if stuff that we've already covered, it'd be cool to get them on our program. So I'm working on it. So
Nice.
Oh,
nothing
that'd
yet
be incredible.
nothing yet to report, but I'm trying to track some of these people down. TC Carson would be great, by the way, because if we're gonna do a living single episode of the regular pilot season, so
Yeah.
double dip,
Oh, really?
It is.
So yeah. So all right. So let's talk about these headbands. Number one or number two. I'm gonna ask you guys quickly. Now it may sound like this is easy. Which headband would you prefer? Would you prefer that number one where you can lay back and only number two can challenge you, or would you want the challenge of having that number two headband where you taking all comers? So we'll start off with you, John. Which one would you rather just be sitting back with that number one, waiting for the number two to come after you?
If you got a functioning brain, pick number one. Just watch the show. You gonna pick number one. Watch the whole thing. It's like nobody wants that. Yeah, and then they'll break it down more in other episodes. But you do not want that to be dealing with that. I mean,
Well, okay, I guess you've answered for everybody. I think.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I think after you said that, then now everybody's like,
You don't
I
wanna
guess
say
I want number
nothing.
one.
well, I mean, hey.
I was hoping somebody would say, you know what, give me that number two slot. I'll take
I
that.
was going to say number two just because he gets to battle a bunch of different people. You never know. Like number one, there's only one number two.
Right.
But now that John said you got to be smart, and I'm smart, so I say number
That's
one.
right.
I mean, you know what? I'll say this: if you want the challenge of fighting everybody in the world, go ahead.
You know me, Afro Samurai number 3.
All right, so I'm gonna transition to Afro Samurai's. He likes lemonade. That's his tasty beverage. I love lemonade too, so I'm right there with him. You know, I don't. But it's funny. I've never seen a movie or a TV character go into a bar and say, "Give me some lemonade."
That's
Not
funny.
even Mike's Hard lemonade. He said, "Just
No,
give me some."
no ice in it.
And then what was it? Somebody knocked it out or something.
The
Wait,
big dude, the real big dude that,
and then he
that
just
came in the
got
bar.
another. He's like one more. You know, I love it. You know,
Yeah, on his tab, and he goes on his tab. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, one thing that always gets me is it's like when you watch like a Bruce Lee movie or anybody, Ip Man or whatever. If you see somebody take out like 10 guys, what makes you think guy 11 you're gonna do any better? Like
Hubris.
yeah, I'm like, would you think he's tired? Obviously,
Yeah.
he looked pretty. You know, he looked pretty good there. He didn't look like he was getting tired. So I always wonder, like, the first like 5 guys, I'm like, okay, they, you know, they just didn't know. But like the rest is like, you had that coming to you. If I'm sitting there in a bar and a guy then took out the first 5 guys that ran at him,
I'm running.
I'm like, oh, that
God.
means don't join in the fray.
Yeah, he's like either pull your phone out, document it, or get up out of there.
Yeah, it's like, he was better than me fighting, so I know I ain't gonna win that. So it's kind of funny though. But one thing that I think that is great about this series is the whole setting, and it's like it's in like this desolate area, and the look is so beautiful, and just the way the art style, and just the way that the land looks and everything, and all the buildings and all of that. You know, we'll go with you, Alan. What do you think about the art style?
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, I do like got to learn to really like a lot of like just, and especially just even the action scenes. Just, you know, you get like those big like kind of close up shots like when someone's about to strike and everything. And really like my favorite part just about a lot of like this animation style in general, like I'm really like a fan of, you know, shadows and like color tones. So that already, like when a cartoon starts, like if you have that, if it pops like that, stands out to me, because that goes into like some of like the artwork I like to do for my book. So they already got me with that, with like, you know, a lot of like the light tones and everything like that. So yeah, it was amazing. It was beautiful.
Yeah. And what about you, Renee? What do you think about the art style of the show?
I agree with Alan. I love, like he was saying, like everything is kind of like darker, you know, a lot of shadows. And then, but like the main thing they want you to focus on, like the lemonade, or when he's standing in the I guess right before the one of the big first fight scenes, and he's standing there. He's kind of like, it looks like weird. He's not standing up like all the way straight, but he's kind of like leaning forward. But you can really see he's wearing white, but then everything else is kind of like shadows. So I just like those types of things, you know, with all the art for me.
Yeah. And what about you, Jen?
It's kind of noir-ish. Like it's got that classic pay attention to the shadows as a part of the actual art instead of making them separate pieces, which I really like. I thought that was great. I also really like the fact that it uses that, I'm trying to think of the right name for it. I don't think I've got the right name for it, but there's a muted or a blurred kind of method of creating the characters on the scene where they don't have hard lines to them. So they're able to kind of meld into the background where they need to. And anytime that they're doing something that's like that's very action oriented, it's a lot easier to make action kind of come together because it's not those hard lines. I loved it. This was really, really excellent in terms of its style.
Yeah, and same thing for you, John.
Yeah, one thing is And I'm glad Alan mentioned the work with the shadows too. It's this particular director and the lead art designer. It's his style is to make stuff look like this, so it looks like almost old school, like feudal Japanese paintings in a way. It has like that. If you ever looked at old like Japanese manuscripts with the calligraphy and stuff on there, especially old samurai stuff and uh, there'll be like manuscripts on how to do a movement or whatever. It looks like that. And then also the hard shadows and everything, the way that is, it sells the whole gritty tone of the show. So the artwork, but just by itself, like if you watch a scene and press, this is one of those, you can press pause anywhere in that frame, just the way it is, it probably just look good on its own. Like if you freeze frame any part of it, especially unless you get a part that's all blurry or whatever. And yeah, so that shadow work, similar to, I think his name is Todd McFarlane, the guy who created Spawn.
Spawn, yeah.
And,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you look at that same with the harsh shadows over there, and that when you design hard light like that, it automatically makes stuff look more gritty and visceral. So then you got like the monochrome color palette, and like Renee said, the yellow sticks out, the blood sticks out and things like that. So even that, and I didn't realize that until Renee mentioned it. I was like, that's right. They really wanted you to focus on that lemonade. And that matters, but that does matter later too, without spoiling anything. But like, so, and rewatching this stuff, there's a lot of small details like that. This is one of those shows where it's worth rewatching multiple times. First of all, it's short enough for you to just do, and it's that well made. Yeah. So yeah, the artwork is incredible. I guess and something else that's gritty like that is the old Punisher stuff. Like the Batman animated series, the 90s one. And I think it was like the same. It was kind of like that late 80s, 90s style where they start getting real grimy, like Robert Rodriguez's Sin City took that same type of look and all of that. So yeah, it's incredible artwork, and the whole aesthetic of it is perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like when the big dude was in the bar and him and that other guy were in each other's face, but as soon as Afro Samurai came in, it's like they were like one figure. So it was kind of like they kind of disappeared, and it was just focused on him, which I really liked.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible artwork. It's actually this whole style, like I said, this designer and director is very unique. As you can see, if you watch a lot of anime, you don't see this type of look. This more of a almost like a painting type look. Like it's it doesn't look. It's not typical anime, especially with the muted color palette. It's not that much. Most of the time, anime is really bright and flashy. This isn't. So it gives you, like I said, it's perfect for this time, like the feudal Japan era and all that. But that is specific this creator's style. But it's amazing.
Yeah. There's a scene that I'm going to play, and this will bring a smile to John's face. So it has some naughty words in it, just letting you guys know. All right, here we go.
He's injured. I can take him. What? Hey, wait! It's too early! Whoa! Hey! Can't you give a brother a break, yo? Can't you see the man's down? What about honor and fairness and shit? Hey, that a motherfucking RPG? You got a motherfucking RPG? A RPG in a motherfucking backpack? Wait, can we talk about this? You ain't gonna monologue or nothing, get a bad guy speech? Oh my god.
Oh man, I gotta watch that again. I forgot the whole thing. You ain't gonna monologue, nothing. Get a bad guy speech.
Yeah, the humor is nice.
That's funny.
I wonder, but I should have looked this up. If this was was this written with Samuel Jackson in mind when they came up? Probably. I
Kinda
know
seems
he's
like
I think yeah, it definitely was because if I recall, I know RZA had a lot to do. Like the guy who created it, he's like a huge Wu-Tang fan and all that. So he specifically got RZA for the music. I think RZA's a producer and all that. And if I recall, he specifically did write that for Samuel or to be like black, really. So that was the whole thing. Like it's just black, like for real, like modern black dude who don't take no crap from nobody. That's that's his style. So like and then the guy, like I said, he's a huge hip hop head. He's really into our culture. So that's why we the portrayal of Afro is one of the best portrayals of a black man in any animated thing. I think so. Just
nice.
He ain't taking no trash. He's not ignorant. He's whooping everybody up. And then, and of course his backstory is tragic, but even his pops is number one. So it's like the guy, he really respected black people, black men too. That's another thing that I think subconsciously when I was watching it, I got into that because you don't see that at all. But then now that I know a little bit more, I'm like, oh yeah, this is an excellent portrayal of a warrior, first of all, but just a strong black man. I mean, if you can't tell, I mean, I actually, me, myself, and some of my philosophy, there's stuff in the show that influenced me on when I created my philosophy and did my martial arts style and stuff like that. And a lot of it was influenced by this show. So this actually does have a specific place for me, It's that well done. And I'll say that.
All right, sorry about that. I was muted. I didn't realize it. All right, so let's go into the character. Let's start off with that opening, right? The opening of go ahead. Jen has to run, but
I am so sorry, but I did just want to say I love your reading in the chat, so you can reveal that at the end. And I really, really, really love this one. So love y'all. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, you go.
Okay.
All right, so let's get into the opening with the death of Afro's father. We'll start off with you, Alan. How did that strike you? The death of Afro's father.
For me, yeah, I mean, just kind of something. Man, that was. Yeah, it was just at the right time because I was enjoying the episode, and it was like a character that was just he's just like beating everybody up, and it's like, oh, he's got no problem. So then when he finally goes down, like it was a big shock, like, oh, somebody like got to him. And again, it was like another like kind of quick ending where like I want to see the next episode. So yeah, it totally hooked me because I was shocked and then anticipating like what was going to happen next.
Yeah. Well, I was referring to when the father actually died, which is in the beginning. The father, yeah. When Afro's father dies in the opening scene, yeah. I'm sorry. That's what I should have made it a little more clear. What I was saying.
Okay.
Yeah. So when his father died, which which sets off the whole episode of of what's going to happen is the father is defeated by justice, and then you have you have this journey beginning. What'd you think about?
Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Yeah, it was the shock in terms of course, how he died, because this is like, of course, the first time I watched it, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, it was, and I kind of knew that it was like a kind, it was more mature. Like, oh, right off the gate, that I'm like, all right, here we go. It's the way, and I'm like, and then you kind of get into more the story, but the way he died, like, did sit with me for like a couple seconds, just because it's the first time I'm watching it.
Yeah, it's very gruesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Renee? What did you think about when the father dies?
Well, it's kind of the same thing, because I guess I didn't expect that right at the very beginning, like that soon. But I kept saying it because I watched it more than once just because I liked the episode. I was just like, don't bring a sword to a gunfight. While they were fighting, it just kept coming in my head. But it was interesting, I guess, when he actually cut his head off. The dad was facing, like, his back was turned towards him. So it was just interesting that's what they showed, and then there was a delay before you actually see, oh, he died or he got killed. But yeah, so it was interesting how they did it. And then of course when they cut to his son, but I kept saying, I was like torn between try to help your dad, but then try to hide, because I was thinking, like you were saying, Kinte, earlier, he didn't take the son out. That's what I would have thought. He would just
right.
Dad out. So he was that vicious. So why would he let the son grow up to look for him later? So
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, did you not see Godfather 2? Now, what about you? The opening, the death of Afro's father.
Yeah, man, that's what made me fall in love with the show, because once again, you didn't expect that, right? You're just like, oh man, and then you like, wait, what? Yo, he just got decapitated. Like, and the coldest part of that is the fact you see Afro as a little boy and the look on his face, right? He's just as putting yourself in the headspace of watching your dad get beheaded right in front of you at that age.
Yeah.
That is beyond crucial, right? Or just gruesome. And then not only the head rolls, and this is one of the most visceral scenes I've seen in anything. The head rolls and the son is picking up his dad's head. But what's even worse is his mouth is moving, like he's like,
yeah,
and the son is just looking at it. And you like, damn, and I what is this? 07, I was like, what was I, like 16 or something when it came out? Yeah, 16, and I just was, man, this is cold. I think my dad, when he was watching, like, dang, really? And then Justice at the end is his character is interesting, and he goes, "It's unfortunate you had to see that, but come and face me if you're ready to fight a guy." And Ron Perlman's voice is amazing, but it's and obviously that's like to be continued, where you get all that stuff is explained, right? But no spoilers, but. This his character, even right there, even because what you're saying, why would you leave him alive? This is where it comes to a warrior code. That's actually a code, right? Like, especially the way the samurais and stuff move, you're not gonna do nothing like that, right? And then the whole thing is realistically, right? He's there to be number one, not to fight some random person who's just watching. Right? Like that ain't what you about. So even though you said it makes sense, but part of the whole warrior thing is that, like you said, it's unfortunate you have to see that. When you ready, I'm gonna be right here. So like, and it's actually kind of dope, because it's like, I smoked I just killed your pops in front of you. I'll let you have your revenge if you can handle it.
I dare you.
And we'll see. Yeah, but it's like, the whole thing is like, we'll see. Are you gonna be good enough? Because your dad was the best and I killed him. So you're gonna have to be better than your pop, or you're gonna suffer the same fate.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cold though if you do all that to try to you finally are ready to take on this guy, and then he kills you too. So
exactly.
That would be cool.
Just like your daddy.
And then when you get to the other side, your pops is like, man, you ain't.
Man, you did all that time, man. Damn, we went out the same way. Yep.
Yeah, no, that's crazy though. All right, so let me ask this question. We'll start off with you, Renee. Can you see yourself watching more episodes?
Yeah, I think I said this, at the beginning. Yes, just because of how, I guess, as much action as was in the whole thing. And I like movies and shows that have like fighting scenes and all that, so that part doesn't bother me. And then, but like I said, when I heard Samuel Jackson's voice, and now I know he's playing both characters, yeah, I have to watch more.
All right. What about you, Alan?
Oh, definitely. Between those two characters voiced by Sam Jackson, I'm in. I'll definitely watch another episode.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of hard not to. Let me see. Let me ask. Let's see.
Nah, man, I ain't watching no more of this. I ain't really feeling this, man. It's the Afro-headed man. Nah, I'm cool. Come on, man. Like I've seen this show probably 10 times already. I think so. Yeah. So
no, you watching this.
Yeah. Once again, this is one of my favorite pieces of media, and like I said, there's not too many animes like this. The only other one I think that's about grimy, and I almost like it maybe a little bit more, is Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Same type of format, small and is super visceral, and with that whole cyberpunk universe. And but it's parts of that is different, but that's the only thing I can put in that lane, honestly. But yeah, this is amazing, and I say everybody, this is one you want to keep watching. There's only like 8 episodes. It's a mini series. You want to keep watching it, and you want to watch it multiple times. But it gets better. Especially the dialogue. If you liked anything about it, the characters are funny as hell. It's excellent dialogue, nothing corny at all. Actually, it is just really well done. The whole thing, everything about it. So yeah.
All right. So we're at the point where we're gonna give our grades. Now, you know what? I am going to. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Sorry, a little technical. Just cleaning up something technically. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Sorry. I know this sucks when there's... Okay, here we go. All right, so we'll start off with you, John. We're going to give our score. Best... let me first say, Jen gives it a 7.9. So that's pretty good right there, Jen. 7.9. Okay, so John, what's your score?
Man, I'm giving that a 1.2. No. Like this is honestly 9.9 because I don't know what a 10 is. Right. I don't know if I can rate something like that, but it's very close. 9.9. Like I said, there's a lot with this show. Like some of my philosophy was based off of, so you see it in later episodes. And then this show got me into samurai stuff and the whole culture, and then understanding the code and Bushido philosophy and different stuff. So because of this show mainly, actually. So yeah, this is serious.
All right.
For me. Yeah.
Right. What about you, Renee?
I say 9.5. It's and I ended up researching about it just because I really liked the episode. But the crazy or the alter ego, I guess, of him that Samuel Jackson is playing. I was reading that he's not real, but I had to, so I don't know if that was, what I read was completely accurate. Like, can anybody else see him? But I haven't seen, the other episodes. So I definitely want to see how that character develops also. But I say a 9.5.
9.5. All right. What about you, Alan? What do you give it?
So I'm gonna give it a 9. I mean, I liked both. Again, I love both the action. I wasn't expecting I don't know how much of the humor I was expecting, but I was glad to see it there. It was just really funny at the same time. Again, like Sam Jackson doing 2 characters. Everything else is pretty much icing. So 9 for me.
All right. All right. So these are high
What about
scores.
you,
So
Kinte?
starting. Oh, my bad. I'm giving it 9.5.
Okay.
Yeah. No, this is great. This is a. I'm sorry. Oh, wait. Let me put me back on the screen. 9.5. Um. Yeah. No, this is a. Wait a minute. Sorry. Point five. There you go. Sorry, I'm making sure we have the scores. But yeah, no, this is excellent. Very well made, uh, intriguing. Definitely makes you want to know more about what's going on, and that's what you want from a pilot. The whole point of a pilot is to get you, drop you into a world, and make you want to stay in the world and find out what's going to happen. So, and I'm glad that it's only, like you said, 8 episodes. So I could be able to binge watch this
Mm-hmm.
pretty
Like what?
Yeah,
quick.
you can watch
And
it
there's a
if
game
you
too.
if you ain't got nothing to do, you can just run it in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I definitely. But you know what I think I want to do though is, because the version I had wasn't the best, so I want to find more of a crispier one.
Oh, you
And
definitely want to get a clean. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
you want that as clean as you can get it, just because so you can see the artwork
right,
properly.
right.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll find like a really great um copy of it, and but I think it might be on Disney Plus or something like that, or some. It's on one of those streaming. So I'm gonna
I
look.
saw another one on YouTube. I'll send you the one when I watched it
Oh,
again.
okay,
So I'll send you that because
cool.
that one was really clear.
Oh, okay, great. All right, then definitely we'll do that. All right,
Yeah, you
so
definitely want to find a full HD version of that.
Mm-hmm.
for sure, yes. So we'll start off with you, Alan. What do you have coming up, and what can we get from you?
So, well, first off, online you can find me at Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Just search for Carter Comics. As far as what I have going on, I have Free Comic Book Day at Santa Monica Comics Company. That's Saturday, May 2nd from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'll be selling all my books, doing some free sketches.
Yay.
All right, I got to get one of those sketches. You know what I'm saying? All right, Renee, where can we get
Um.
you? And
Well,
what do
like
you have
you see
coming up?
my jewelry, so I always design jewelry, handmade, hand painted. On the Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Renee underscore Danielle underscore designs or RDC Art by Design, and just working on some more books, short stories. So yeah, that's me.
All right, mini Afro Samurai.
I might have to work on that.
All right, Dreadlock Samurai. What can we get?
Yeah. So I had an Instagram, but it got shut down. I think it got hacked, so that ruined a lot of my stuff. But
Oh,
it whatever. Yeah, I know that was my main thing I would give out to people. But anyway, like
Yeah, I
you
was
can
wondering what
check
happened to
out.
it.
Yeah, it's annoying, but you can check out my go to Tubi and Amazon Prime documentary like interview series we have about 6 episodes. It's called Take It to the West Side, and it's about
nice.
uh, artists from like musicians from California. Specifically, we were dealing with SoCal most of the times, but yeah, it's pretty cool. My dad is one of the hosts in there, and like I said, that's the biggest thing I've ever put out that I was a part of. Full production. I did pretty much all the production, visual work that you see, visual and audio. I did all of that with my friend, producer, and director Rayford Berryman. So yeah, check that out. It's free on Tubi and it's $1 per episode on Amazon Prime. Just check it out on Tubi. Don't skip the ad.
All right,
Congrats.
all right.
Nice.
You know what? You'll be the only one that gets me to watch that.
Please don't skip the ads. I'll say it nicely.
All right.
Or I can say it like Samuel L. Jackson. Don't skip the motherfucker. Or I'm gonna come at you with RPG and a motherfucking backpack.
All right. You can give me a Kinte Ferguson on Instagram. That's KinteFergerson. Next week, we'll be back with 2 episodes. We will be covering the first episode of Thundercats.
Oh,
Ho. And why you sound like a pimp? And Robot
that's what you
Chicken.
said.
A Robot Chicken, which is one of my favorite cartoons. I haven't watched the pilot in a long time, so I'll be interested to see it. But there's so many great Robot Chicken episodes that actually cover some of the cartoons that we're going to be talking about, so it'd be interesting to find some of the clips from the cartoons that we're going to be covering, because they have some classic episodes, and that show,
yeah.
I think it's still on, by the way.
Yeah, that's an amazing show.
Yeah, great show. So we'll see what the pilot, how the pilot is. And so with that said, we'll catch you guys next week with an all-new episode. And you guys have a good one. God bless.
All right.
Thanks for listening to Pilot Season Cartoon Edition, where we go back to the very beginning and revisit the first episodes that launched some of animation's most unforgettable shows. Be sure to join us for episode 4, airing May 6, 2026, when we take a look at Thundercats in the pilot episode Exodus. In this powerful opening chapter, the planet Thundera is facing destruction, forcing the Thundercats to flee their dying world aboard a spaceship bound for safety. But the journey is anything but peaceful, with enemies closing in and danger surrounding them. The Thundercats are pushed into survival mode as they leave everything they know behind. At the center of it all is Lion-O, the young leader whose path is only beginning as the group heads toward the world that will become their new home. It's the beginning of an epic adventure filled with loss, destiny, heroism, and the first steps of one of the most iconic teams in cartoon history. So don't miss episode 4 of Pilot Season Cartoon Edition. Until next time, keep watching those first episodes, keep celebrating cartoon history, and keep it locked right here on Pilot Season Cartoon Edition. Presented by Indy Radio.